In order to install this extension, let's start off by downloading the required files. No, actually there's only one file that we actually need to download. It's a zip file, and this zip file actually ends with extract_first.zip. So this is a file that we are downloading, and inside of this zip folder, zip file, will have another 3 zip folders or zip files. So the first one is just going to end with some numbers. So this is basically the version of this extension that you're downloading, so 3.0.10 in my case, and this is also a zip file. And there's another folder or another zip file which is actually going to end with the same numbers. So in my case that's going to be 3.0.10 underscore ext underscore aio.zip. And the last and the third file is also a zip file, and this is actually a bit more different, and it just ends up with numbers 1.0.0.zip. So first off, we'll have to get this extract_first.zip file. Downloading the files that I have mentioned previously from the internet is quite easy. So if you go and Google for this extension or the plugin, you'll find many different sources. However, I will suggest one of the 2 sources which I'm actually going to go through in this video tutorial. The reason is that by downloading from one of those 2 websites that I'm going to talk about, first of all, you make sure that you're downloading the latest version, and then again on the safer side, you're downloading a safe version, meaning that you're not downloading some sort of a virus or something like that. Okay, so on the left hand side we actually have the Joomla's website. So this is one of the sources from which I would actually go and download this extension or the actual plugin. And on the right hand side we have the developers or the designers website from which you can also download this particular extension. Okay, so we'll start off with the Joomla's webpage, and I'm sure that you have seen this webpage before, either by when you're downloading Joomla and Joomla is a pre-requirement for this plugin or the extension, or when you actually downloading the extensions. Okay, so what we need to do is locate the main menu right at the top. We'll go to download and extend, and there we'll find the extensions directory. The procedure is exactly the same, so we'll type in the name of our extension here and we'll hit on go. This will give us a bunch of different extensions, but the one that we're actually interested in is the very first one. Okay, there it is, and when you hover over this particular image you'll get some more information about this extension. Okay, so let's go and actually hit on this, and this will now open a new page that looks like this. Here you'll find some more information about this extension. You'll find the reviews, so we have people reviewing this extension, the full description. We can actually make this our favorite, you can report it, and you can share it as well. Then we have something that I like to call the marks. So the overall mark is actually 81. This particular extension has actually got, for the functionality it's very high, 86, but if you have a look at the support it's actually 79, so this is lacking a bit on the support, but overall mark is quite high. Okay, moving a bit to the top you'll find more information. So this is the version that we are downloading, and basically we have the type, the license, the date added, the last update, and who has actually developed this. Okay, so that's all the information, and I would suggest that you actually go through some or all of this information if you're facing with this particular add-on or the extension for the very first time. Also there's the documentation and the support, and also a demo. So I'll open this in a new tab, and basically this is just to show you and give you some idea what this particular extension does and how it looks, how it will look on your web page once you actually have this installed. So this is some sort of information for you to actually see. Okay, so I'll close that one, and now all we have to do is just hit on this download button, and this will actually download the file, the main zip file. Okay, so first of all it will give us some information, some more information about this particular extension, how to actually start and how to actually go about installing this extension. Then we have some of the features, the requirements, and some hosting that they're actually suggesting that we sign up with. Assuming that we already have this, so the hosting and Joomla installed on your server, we're actually ready to start downloading and installing this this extension. Okay, there are two options there: download this particular version, which actually has all three files which I have just mentioned before. We have the additional languages pack which we can download, and then we have the older versions. So by the default, this particular plugin comes in English. If you would like some different languages, you will download the language pack there as well. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hit on the first big button there, and I'm going to download this particular extension. Now, depending on the speed of your internet, it really shouldn't take more than a minute or two to download those three files. And once they're downloaded, we'll open the very first file, and in this main zip file we'll find the three files I have actually mentioned before. So those are the three files which must be installed in the correct order in order for this extension to work. Alright, so that was how you would go about installing, actually downloading this particular extension from Joomla's webpage. Alright, let's now have a look how you would go about downloading the same files from the publisher's webpage. Okay, so this is actually the direct URL of the publisher's website where you can download the files, and I will actually have that written somewhere down the bottom. So just type this in your URL window, and this will take you straight to this page. Alright, so first of all, we can see that the version that we are downloading is 3.2.2, and you'll find all different files here. If you move all the way to the bottom, you'll find a full package which is 16.9 megabytes, and basically what this full package contains is all of the files which are given in here. However, the file that we need to download, and this is just the basic vanilla file, is this one here which I have mentioned previously, so extract_zip. So if we download this particular file, we will actually download, as you can see, a core plus AOL and the other file which we need to install onto our Joomla webpage. Okay, all of these files, all the three files, are exactly the same as the files we have seen how to download previously when we were downloading this file from the Joomla's webpage. Okay, like before, we will just hit on this file and it will download the required file. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's hit on this link here, and this should start the download. There it is, and it shouldn't take that long for the files to download. And once they download, we'll have a look at the files which are actually inside of this first extract_first zip file, and we should actually find the same three files. And just a quick reminder, just if you move to the right, you'll find the actual size of this particular file. So this is 4.39 megabytes, and if you add all of this, you're actually going to get 16.9, which is the actual full package. Okay, so let me open this file now, and as you can see, we have exactly the same three files. All right, the needed three files which we need to actually install in the right order in order for this particular extension to work. Okay, so basically we have seen both ways to install or to actually download the required files. Once again, on the left hand side we have the Joomla's webpage, and we have seen how to go about downloading the files from the Joomla's webpage, and on the right hand side we have the publishers or the designers webpage. So this is a direct link to the page where you can actually download this file, and basically we're downloading in either case the same file and the same files. Once again, I would strongly recommend that you use one of those two sources to download the required files.